Welcome back to the channel. 23 here, and today we're going to be doing a quick little tutorial. I'm going to be breaking down how to get godly equips. If you didn't know, equips are probably one of the best ways to kind of separate you from your opponent, and it kind of gives your team that little bit of customization. Now I say that because usually we do go through metas, and a lot of the time people are running very similar teams, but using equips you can really tweak your team in a way to make it more personalized to you. If you want to go a bit more defensive, or maybe you want to go straight all out damage. Also, I feel like it's a super fitting time to do this, bearing in mind it is equipment ultra upgrade bonanza. That means when you're rolling for your equips, you will get a little bonus that can help boost it up and get it closer to higher rolls. It's crazy to me how many people come into my stream and ask, oh, how do you get your equips V+? How do you get your equips godly? We're going to break it down. Pay attention. Get your pen, get your notepad. We're going to really break this down, and we're going to be getting an equip to godly rank from scratch in this video. That way I know for a fact you get it. Before we dive deep into this tutorial, I'm going to give you a brief explanation on how to get slot removers. You could call them erasers, same thing. These are the resource that you use in the game that allow you to re-roll your equipment and upgrade your equipment. If we take a look in the exchange shop, as you can see, you can exchange platinum coins for slot removers. You could also exchange them for all these other things. It kind of just depends what you need on your account. Personally, because I hoard my slot removers, I'll exchange them for slot removers. I don't really need many of these other resources. As you can see, I've got 13,000 skip tickets, I've got 8,600 energy tanks. I'm good in those departments, you know, gold bells, silver bells, I'm good. So I always go for slot removers. That is one way to get them. You can also get them literally just by playing the game and playing missions and events. I'll take a look in my mission section to see if there's any areas where they're giving them away. So here, look, Legends Battle Royale. As you can see, there's erasers here. If you play, how many games is it? 18 games. If you play 18 games, you can get all of these slot removers. That's another way of getting them. You can exchange them in a lot of areas. I mean, you could literally just go through the exchange shop. I wouldn't suggest exchanging them here. I would say focus on the equips. The equips are probably greater value, but it can be done there. If you take a look here in the Legends Weekend, this is another area where you can get them. I will actually go ahead and do them. I would suggest using your red coins to get slot removers, unless if there's something else that you would much prefer. I would suggest saving your gold ones with the little blue W for Legends Limited Z-Power, because that is by far much more rarer. But the majority of these slot removers will come from playing the game, so just being active. When I say playing the game, just you go to your missions area, whatever is there, play it. You can also get them through your daily login bonuses. I usually don't pick them, but it is a valuable option if that is what you want. You will also get them from, I believe, completing PvP seasons. I'm not 100% sure, but it's all over the game. Literally play the game, you will get them. You can also get them here in Hoi Poi. Hoi Poi is currently active. As you can see, step 3. Play your raid. The raid will also give you removers. There's a ton of places to get removers. But instead of trying to like pick and find, I would just say play the game, man. Play all the events that they give you as much as you can. Get involved in PvP, and you will pick up erasers from all kinds of spaces. I don't even know where I got these erasers from, but I've got them. Yeah, and once you've got a certain amount of erasers, then I would say go and do your equips, I would say save up to at least 300 maybe, because you don't want a situation where you're focusing on an equip and you haven't got enough razors to finish it. It's gonna leave you a bit annoyed, and you're gonna be trying to scavenge for like erasers here and there. And when it comes to re-rolling equips, it's a bit of a gamble. Okay, let's head into the actual tutorial on how to get your equips godly. So first things first, you need to understand how the slots for equips work. Let's just take this equip for instance. The Ultimate Gohan Awakens. This is a plat equip. As you can see, there are, well, for now it's a D equip, right? There's 3 little slots. I'm gonna zoom in right now. As you can see, that first slot is gold. And also, if you look in the little text area just under the ability and how to get section, it says slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. These slots are what you're going to be re-rolling to get your equip to godly. But there's a twist. The first slot cannot be re-rolled. I repeat, you cannot re-roll the first slot. The percentage you get on your first slot is going to be based on whatever your equip dropped at when you played whatever mission, event, or maybe you exchanged some kind of token to get the equip. Okay, so now that we know that the first slot cannot be re-rolled, when you are farming your equip, let's just, for instance, let's go into the exchange shop. Let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say we go to the equipment metal shop. You can get equips from here. You can also get equips from different areas. You can get equips from PvP. You can get equips from missions. I'll briefly explain how to actually check how to get an equip. But for now, let's just say, I don't know. We want this equip, right? If you can see, if you click on the equip, you can also hit how to get, and it will show you all the areas you can get it from. As you can see, I can get it from the exchange shop. I can get it from, I can exchange my medals in the Legends Road mission, and I can also get it from the equipment collection mission here. And if you click on it, it will just take you there. So once you get your equip, we're going for this one. I will be getting a different one godly though. But look, I buy 10. I'll buy 10 of them. Whatever I get, as you can see, they're different roles. My first 3 are all red slots in the first slot. That's pretty lucky. Red is a good sign. Red means the first slot is damn near maxed out. And if we click on it, as you can see, it's maxed out. The maximum you can get for base strike defense on this equip in the first slot is 18%. Now, hear me out. This is chance. If you want a red slot, you have to just keep doing whatever you're doing to keep dropping that equip. Now, once you've got a gold or red slot, you're pretty much good to go. But I would always advise to start off with a red slot, because if you want to get your equip to godly, all of your slots need to be pretty much maxed out. But as you can see, the first slot dropped to 18%, so this has got a red slot and the equip starts off as a C. We'll go over to this one. It was 17.95. Not quite maxed, but it's pretty high. So as you can see, it's a C and it's red. This one was 17.45, still red. Not quite maxed out, but you see where I'm coming from. Now the gold slots for this equip in particular, 16.85 would give me a gold. It's still high, but I mean, it's not quite a red, right? And so forth and so on. If it's green, it's probably not that close to being maxed out. As you can see, 12% D, but you get what I mean. So your first slot, you are pretty much aiming to get that slot red from whatever event you're playing. Just keep playing it. If you're using skip tickets in a mission, it'll keep dropping the equip, and then that way, once it's red, you're ready to move on to the next step. So now you're ready for the next step. I'm assuming you've got your first slot gold or red, although I would always push for red because we're aiming for godly. you cannot re-roll that first slot. So it's always best to just keep doing whatever you're doing to get it to re-roll itself and drop at a red. But let's just say you're at the stage I'm at right now, you've got your red slot, you're ready to go to godly. So in this case for me, I'm going to be doing this equip. It's the Har equip. Another thing I'll also suggest, if you do get a red slot, there's a little lock sign here. I suggest you lock it just in case you're, fiddling around in your equipment section and you sell your equip by accident. You are going to be pretty damn distraught. Anyway, so we're at this stage. We've got the red slot. The next step is to go ahead and fully upgrade the equip. So I'm going to hit upgrade. As you can see, it's going to cost me 300 yellow souls. I believe that's yellow 1 souls, and it's going to cost me 100 yellow 2 souls. So I'm going to upgrade. As you can see, it's now a B equip, right? And because we're in the bonanza period, you can see a little bonus to the right of it. So it's given us an extra 1.3%. And for the second part of the second slot is giving us an extra 1.4%. So for this slot that I've now upgraded, I'll be getting base strike attack of 19.25% and base blast attack of 20.15%. Happy days. Not really. But anyway, now we're going to go ahead and upgrade it again. So we have all the slots unlocked. As you can see, the equip is an A equip. The reason that is the case is because we managed to roll 2 green slots. But we want to get this to godly, right? Let's head into the next phase. I call this the re-roll phase. So at this point, this is where RNG kicks in and you just got to hope to God that Legends is on your side. Now, because we are currently in the Bonanza event, you have a greater chance of rolling a higher slot. Another thing, this is a plat equip. Plat equips tend to be a bit more difficult to roll a gold or red slot, but I'll show you what to do in the event that it's pretty close and you just want to finish it off and get it godly. So for now, and I will burn through this, I'll probably put it in like 2x speed because I don't know how long it's going to take. We are going to re-roll. To re-roll an equip, it requires 1 slot remover and some souls. Now, as you keep re-rolling, it's going to cost more. Please bear that in mind. So sometimes if you re-rolled a lot, it may be worth coming back the next day, depending on how many slot removers you spend. So if you have got a lot of slot removers, as you can see, I've got 808 because I usually save my slot removers and then I do guaranteed upgrades. It works for me. That's the easiest way for me to get it to godly. But if you haven't got too many slot removers, maybe if you've re-rolled it, I don't know, 30, 40 times, after reset on the next day, it will not charge. It will pretty much go back to how it was before and it won't charge you as much to re-roll it. As you can see now, 30 slot removers is going to cost me, but as we keep re-rolling and re-rolling, it's going to get more and more expensive. I think it's going to cost more Zenny. So let's head into it. We're also going to hit stop on orange because if it rolls and drops at a gold, that's pretty good for us. We don't want a situation where we hit stop on red and then it rolls gold and you miss it. So we're going for at least gold. So let's hit re-upgrade and let Legends do its thing. As you can see, it's going to cost me 30 removers, 9,000 souls, 9,000 yellow 1 souls, 3,000 yellow 2 souls, and a bunch of Zenny at the bottom. I'm going to hit re-upgrade and let it do its thing. We have re-rolled the middle slot, which is slot number 2, 30 times. Unfortunately, we did not get it to drop gold, and that's just how it is sometimes. This is a plat equip, so usually it is a bit more difficult. The rates aren't as great. So usually I will re-roll it 30 times just to see if I can pull something good. Unfortunately, in this case, we didn't get a gold slot. So now what I'm going to go and do is take a look at the maximum roll for this equip and think to myself, okay, the middle slot maximizes at 25%. Even if I don't get a gold slot, personally for me, at 20%, I am willing, so anything above 20%, I'm actually willing to stick with it and just use removers in bulk to fully max it out with the guaranteed upgrade system. I'll briefly explain what the guaranteed upgrade system is, but then we'll go back to it once we've re-rolled this to the point we need it to be at. So the guaranteed upgrade system is a way of upgrading your equip and it's guaranteed to go up. It's called the secure upgrade. So look, you can perform a guaranteed upgrade for a higher cost. As you can see, it's going to cost way more removers, but it's guaranteed to go up. We will use this, but for now, we're going to go back to re-rolling this slot 2, and we're going to stop at 20%. I'm all right with it being at 20% and above, and then I upgrade it guaranteed all the rest of the way. For you, that might not be the case. You might want it to be a bit higher. So maybe you just have to keep re-rolling it the normal way until you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I like this. I can work from here. But let's re-roll it again. Let's see what happens. Okay, we actually got pretty damn lucky. We got a gold slot. Woo! This is the grind. Equips are a grind, especially if you're doing plats and you're doing awaken equips. But here we go. We finally managed to roll a gold slot. We dropped to 23.15 and 22.85%. We could end the upgrade there. Now we're going to go into the last slot and we're going to re-roll this a bunch of times. I'll take a quick look at what it drops at for maximum. So this also drops at a maximum for 25% and 20%. So I'm not sure if this is going to drop gold when I re-roll it, but if this drops anything above 20%, I'll take it because I'm all right with that and we can do guaranteed upgrades after that. So we're going to go ahead and re-roll this, see how it goes. Okay, we actually managed to get it at 20%. We could keep re-rolling and cross our fingers for a gold or a red slot, but from this position, I'm all right to do some guaranteed upgrades. So I'll show you how the guaranteed upgrades work. As you can see, at this point in time, the equip is at a Z. So I always start on the slot with the least percentage. So in this case, obviously it's going to be the green slot, right? Because it's much lower than the one that's gold, which is slot 2. So you're going to hit it. You're going to hit secure upgrade, perform guaranteed upgrade. Please bear in mind, this is going to cost you a lot. That's why I hoard my removers and then I use them to just finish off equips that need finishing off. And the thing with this is it's going to give you a guaranteed upgrade. You don't need to re-roll it and gamble, it's guaranteed, but it does cost a lot more. So when I hit guaranteed upgrade, as you can see, it's a guaranteed 0.6 and 0.5 upgrade in this slot. So I'm going to hit it. It's going to cost me a lot, but look, it goes up. And literally, we are just going to keep doing that. It costs a lot. Bear that in mind. But a lot of the time, this is kind of the process you need to go through when you want to get your equips from Z+ to Godly. So as you can see now, it's at that percentage where it's enough to be a gold slot. I'm going to keep going. Now, I would only recommend you go for Godly equips on the for the teams that you're using as your main, because it is quite a large investment. I would also suggest hoarding your removers so you can just focus down on an equip that you want to get Godly and focus on one equip at a time. So as you can see, we're going to keep upgrading it. It's costing a lot. It's going up by 1 remover each time as well. It's costing me a buttload of Zenny. But hey, we're at Z plus now. We're going to keep going. Actually, so at this point, okay, I would still argue that the bottom slot has a smaller percentage. So yeah, I'm going to keep upgrading this bottom slot. Guaranteed. Okay, it's almost maxed out. Remember, this one maxes out at 25%. So pretty much, that's pretty damn close to 25%. We're good. We're going to now come down to our slot 2, because our slot 2 is now the weaker slot. We're going to perform a guaranteed upgrade. It's going to cost a lot. I know, but anytime soon, this should become a godly equip. Is that it? There it is. It's as simple as that. It is simple, but it does cost a lot of resources. So to wrap up this video, I would suggest hold on to your removers, and when you're ready to work on an equip, do one equip at a time. Make sure you've got enough Zenny and just go for it. Remember, one equip at a time, or it's just going to take way too long. And over time, you'll eventually get all your equips to godly. If you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate you. If you enjoyed or got any value from this video, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. Once again, I do stream on Twitch. Link will be down in the description. And I'll see you in the next one.